Welcome back to some new Malicious Compliance Stories. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Doing His Stuff. Roughly a year and change ago, I was brand new at my current job. I'm at a point where I've got a fair grasp of how things work, but still have stuff to learn. I'm just going along doing stuff. Then I start doing some things my coworker usually does. I'm not thinking much of it at the moment, but he has a meltdown when I come back to grab some more supplies. He's going on about how I am doing his stuff and throwing off his groove. I'm just thinking, okay, that was dumb, but okay, you got it. And from that point on, unless I'm specifically asked to by the boss, I don't do a single thing I see him regularly doing. Even on the days when he's off, but I still work. It should be noted that the things I'm intentionally skipping are hardly things that would throw off the operation of the store. Stocking the deli cooler with sandwiches, refilling the pastry displays and cleaning the windows and sneeze guards. Last I heard, he's still crying to management about how he's the only one who does these things. I never hear anything from anyone about not doing them. The next story is called Camera On. I'm a new mom, and I just returned to work from maternity leave this month. I work from home in a telemarketing position via text selling Windows. During this time, I have attended multiple virtual team meetings that should have been emails. I attended team huddles, met with coworkers one-on-one, and revised some of our best practices, all while holding my, at the time, 2-month-old son. 3 weeks ago, we were informed by management that turning our cameras on for virtual meetings was mandatory. And she did not care if we were put together or presented as professional for these meetings, but the expectation was to have our camera on and engage in topics discussed. She also informed me that being a parent was unprofessional. So after running my plan by my coworkers, team of 10, and getting a green light, in the last 2 weeks I have attended 21 meetings. In every meeting I log into the meeting, turn on my camera, and sit out of frame of the camera on my laptop. On my office floor or to the side, so I can see, but not be seen. So all you see is the empty chair I'm supposed to be sitting in. But I don't move until she says, "So, let's get started." I also participate in these meetings and derail them, so they end up lasting much longer than she intended. She just ends up spinning wheels with my amount of engagement. Questions, interjections, corrections, and an overall obnoxious level of engagement. I've done this for every meeting in the last 2 weeks. I have a routine meeting with the supervisor on Friday, and will also be out of frame during the meeting. I will continue to do so until she no longer makes us have our cameras on. The third story is called Don't Accuse Him. This happened many years ago. I was in my late teens. One of my older brothers had moved out of the house a while back and moved in with a girlfriend who had a kid around age 7. I call my brother Bobby, his girlfriend Mama Bear, and her kid will be Kiddo. As a late December baby, I would get my Christmas gift and be told it's also my birthday gift, then just get something really small at my birthday. So most years I was shafted compared to what my siblings got, but I never complained. But this one year I was given a Sony Walkman. It was that long ago. Then a couple of days later, for my birthday, I got a battery charger with rechargeable batteries. It was actually fair for once, because the Walkman and charger together were probably worth the same as each of my siblings got for Christmas and birthday put together. But Bobby got really jealous and would complain to me that it wasn't fair. He was constantly on my case about it. I told him it was for both gifts and to just lay off, but he remained angry. Eventually he stopped, but I didn't realize how jealous he was or that he was holding a grudge. Flash forward a few months. My Walkman is missing. My room is always a mess, so I assume I misplaced it. But I really can't find it. I get scared that I've lost it somewhere outside the house, so it's gone forever. Then I notice my battery charger is also missing. And I remember how jealous Bobby was. He still came to the house every other day, so the next time he's over, I ask if he took it. He hotly denies it and tells me I probably lost it. Since the charger's missing too, I know that's not the case. My other sibs couldn't have it in the house without me knowing. Plus, he's the only one that acted jealous. The next couple of times Bobby comes over, I go at him again, but he still denies it. I can tell he's lying. We yell and argue. My mom gets sick of it. She tells me to stop accusing Bobby of stealing my Walkman. I protest that I know he took it. She tells me not to speak with him about it again. So now I'm really annoyed. Not long after that, at a family dinner, Bobby brings Mama Bear and Kiddo. The other siblings are all around. All I can think about is that Bobby stole my Walkman. But I'm not allowed to accuse Bobby of stealing my Walkman or to speak with him about it. So I turned to Kiddo, and in a happily excited voice, I asked, "Hey Kiddo, did Bobby get a new Walkman?" Kiddo's face lights up. She smiles and she's super excited. "Oh, yes, he did." And then she trails off, and her face drops, and she looks guilty. And you can just tell that she's just done something she wasn't supposed to. The whole family heard this. My mom told Bobby to give it back. He begrudgingly did. The funny thing? He didn't give back the charger and claimed he never took it. We argued more. He insisted he didn't have it. A while later, I found the charger. If the charger wasn't missing, I wouldn't have been so sure he took it, and I probably would have backed off. So seems like my messy room also paid off. The next story is called Finish It All. This happened a couple of years ago. I got a job at a higher-end grocery store in the area, as I was planning on saving for when I started college in the fall of 2020. The store has all kinds of different departments like a market cafe, pizza and sub shop, cheese, etc. I aced my interview and was hired in the bakery department, specifically for breads only. The first 4 months were a breeze, but after 2020 ramped up, my doctor put me on leave until August. When I returned, a lot of people had quit the bakery. I was taking college classes now, so I was working night shift part-time from 5 to 9 p.m. My department manager Hannah informed me that they were short-staffed on nights and I might be on my own 1 day a week. I was sure I would be getting help for the rest of the nights. Nope. Weeks go by and I barely get help. I'm burning myself out doing closing shifts on my own, along with my schoolwork. No one was in the dessert or breakfast section, and I can't talk to anyone about it because they were gone by the time I clock in. I complained to the bread manager, Jim, and he told me to talk to Hannah since she runs the whole department. Sure, fine. This is how the conversation went with Hannah. "Hey, I wanted to talk to you about the workload. A lot of day shift people leave their mess and can't clean up after themselves. I have to do that and my duties, which isn't fair. Are you hiring anybody for nights? I can't keep running around and using my inhaler so much too. Oh yeah, we're having a hard time filling the night shift roles. We could always train you for desserts and breakfast." That's not what I meant. I meant assistance, not more responsibility. I can't do everything in the bakery and close with only 4 hours. Well, you can figure something out. Just make sure you don't leave a mess during closing though. You can't leave until everything is done. I can't leave until everything is done? Okay. Ever since she said that, I started documenting every time I had to do 3 jobs at once. I would take my sweet time when I didn't have class the next day, making sure I clocked out at 11 p.m. each time. The amount of stuff that kept piling up was ridiculous, but I was simply following her instructions. HR noticed my clock in and out times and wanted me to come by their office. I told them everything, including what Hannah said to me, along with the photos I took. Suddenly, everything changed. At 9 sharp, they were kicking me out, and whatever was left was for the morning. Hannah was reprimanded, but wasn't fired until she was caught selling 2-year-old expired pumpkin pies to customers during Thanksgiving. That day sure was a doozy. I was shocked when I saw all those empty boxes she already sold. The last story is called Patrol Each One. This comes from back when I was working security in a local hospital. The hospital itself was made up of the main building, the estates office, the old ambulance station, the maternity ward, and a management house that would house all of the upper management while they worked. Around the building were car parks. We had 9 in total, ranging from large to only a couple of spaces, but still a wide area. It would take around 40 minutes to check all the car parks, and around 10 to 15 minutes to get from one side to the other. Our security office was located just outside of A&E, as that was where most of the trouble was, which called for security to be there. As a fairly small hospital, there was only a maximum of 3 security on each 8-hour shift. Security management could help, but often didn't want to get involved. We were doing our normal patrols once every 30 minutes to go around each of the wards, which kept us quite busy if nothing was happening that day on shift. One day, a nurse complained to the security manager that we need to be more visible around the car parks to stop break-ins. We don't often patrol the car parks as it's park at your own risk, as the site was lacking funds for extra security. Our manager understood this, which is why it just stayed as it was due to the security team needing to stay in their wards to protect staff and patients. 6 months go by and our manager leaves. He is replaced with a new manager who hears the same complaint as the first one and orders us to start patrolling each and every car park and ward on our rounds. Needless to say, we just agreed and said okay. Fast forward another week or two. A&E radioed us to attend, as a patient was threatening staff. However, the security officers were in the back car park roughly 5 to 10 minutes away even when running. By the time we got there, this patient had already hit the staff, causing injury, but also decided to run around the department and other joining areas, and breaking glass windows and scaring others. We controlled the situation after getting there, but it was already too late. Thousands of pounds worth of damage caused and a couple of small injuries. Our new manager asked why our response time was so slow. We just replied by saying we were taking care of the car parks as ordered by you. The day after, more signs went up saying, "Park at your own risk," and were never ordered to patrol half-empty car parks again. The new manager only lasted about 4 months after this incident. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. And now, I hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Bye bye.